next speaker is Samuel Roux from Orléans. He's actually a poster designer, and he will present his work and his philosophy. Please, Samuel.
Hello, everybody. I have to tell you first that I'm very impressed to be here, very moderate first. It's very uncomfortable for me to speak about my work. It's the first time. I hope you will not claim me. I choose to speak about my job, my life, my town, my autonomy first. Yes, I have to. Okay, my autonomy. Sort of joke. I like to joke with pictures and words and letters. Yeah, this is my studio. I feel like a bear in a cave, but it's my place. Not very clear, but my brain is not very clear too. Yes, this is my town, Orléans, 1 hour in the south of Paris, near the Loire River, you can see. It's a very old town. And I came here for my study. I come from the middle west of France, near the sea. And I came to this school, ESAD Orléans, High School for Art and Design. I'm very lucky now because I'm a teacher at this school now. So this is me, this was me. In the 1985, for my graduate, I chose to speak about rock and roll. I wanted to be a rocker, but I wanted to do pictures too. Playing music was a dream. This was the theme of the topic of my graduate. I don't know if you have this Latin culture. The real sentence is errare humanum est, you know that? It means that mistake is human. We all make mistake. And wild way of rock and roll could be a mistake or not. It's a choice. So those paintings were around 2 meters, or 2 meters. I choose to represent some imaginary friends. This is the book for my graduate. It was a very wide period, the early 80s in France, but all over the world, with the punk music, of course. This is my diploma pictures. Sort of mix of paintings, different paintings, acrylic or oil painting, some collage too, some hairspray. And this is me. A friend, because I used to have exhibitions in concerts of record shops, and two photographers meet me and asked me to be in a very nice book. It's called End of the Century. And they chose to go to Berlin, London, Paris to take pictures of young artists or people from the street. This is me too. It's very unmodest to show pictures of me, but I think it's one of the last. This wall is the American Cultural Center in Paris, who is now becoming the Fondation Cartier. I had to paint this wall for the program of different seasons. This wall is 80 meters, and I painted this wall. I was at school, so it was very good for my graduate to paint this wall. And Giorgio Armani, the mode fashion, chose this picture to take a picture of models for the Vogue magazine. I was at school. It was very important for me to be in a magazine like this. It was the 80s, as you can see the fashion. Very nice pullover. it's okay. These were my first influences. I listened a lot of music and everything was new. Maybe you know the Police or the Clash, the Ramones. I see a lot of t-shirts of Ramones now, but it was the actuality. The Stooges with Iggy Pop. Okay, maybe you know, maybe you don't know. But I didn't have only music influence, of course. You will see. Oh, yes, I started to play rock and roll too. Wild rock and roll, of course. Punk rock and roll, of course. Yes, the influence I had, first, the posters I liked was those ones, you know, maybe Raymond Savignac, one of the father of the modern posters. He likes to play with combinations, you know, mixing ideas. I like the idea of 0 plus 1, 0 plus 2, I program with numbers. 0 plus 2 equals 1. Two ideas for one new idea. But I will show you another picture, you know this now, of course, 3 times. Rappers, of course. I was 20 and it was a real revolution to see these posters. Not on the walls, but on the flats of my friends. What's this? This was very new. We feel allowed to make drops, pen drops, very wide, free composition. And I wanted to be a poster designer. Oh, sorry. No, I go back. This is my influence, of course. Michel Bouvet, Alain Le Kernec, they are French designers I really appreciate. Especially Alain Le Kernec. He told me, he wrote it. One day, students for an interview asked him, hey, Mr. Le Kernec, what is your real job? Are you a poster maker? He said, oh no, it's a little bit old-fashioned term. So maybe, are you an artist? No, it's too pretentious. Are you a graphic designer? Too much technique. So, are you making advertising? Oh, don't insult me, please. Thank you. Thank you for it. I really like this sentence, this way of thinking. This poster too from Philippe Apollois very impressed me because it was really the beginning of the using of the computer. You know, the way he chose to write Chicago in this corner. It was a real new picture for me. And I wanted them to play with typography. I like this guy too. It's called Michael Bathory. I like him because of the combinations, you know. You can understand easily what happens this poster. This is my own my own first influence. I was very, very young. I was around 6 or 7. Do you understand that sign, this new combination? It means A and V for à vendre, for sale. Every people who want to sell this car put some strips, the back of the. It means just this car is to sell. And it was new for me because I was learning to write and to read. I asked my parents, what is this letter? So they explained me, and I was really, really, really influenced by this sign. We don't teach it at school. It's a very popular sign and very impacted. I'm sorry, I didn't prepare nothing. I have no text. You can see the combination of LA and mode. This poster was a student competition in 80. I have problem with numbers 85. And I won this. I won this competition. I was very proud of it. Thank you. Now, honestly, I had the second prize because they don't give first prize. No first prize because they don't know how to print it. no computer, a lot of paper, a lot of, yeah, they didn't know how to, or they didn't have money to scan it, or I don't know. So no first prize, but I had the second prize. Yes, my first posters for rock and roll concert, photocopy or newspaper technique. And these are my first really printed posters. I don't know why, but my first posters was for scientific exhibition. I don't know really why, it's a hazard. And I made a lot of scientific exhibition. I'm not a scientific, of course. I'm not a mathematician. It was for mathematics, for brains, what's happening in brains, in the brain. Water, without no computer, you have to know this. Season for love, for animal cycles of reproduction. How to touch, this sense of skin sensibility. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and I work too for human rights forums. These pictures are not printed, they are not selected, just ideas. You can't understand maybe. The earth is called in French la terre, and the fraternity, brotherhood. You understand what I mean? You understand the picture. I think we don't have to describe our pictures. Yes, one day one of my friends said to me, you have to go to la mairie. Municipality to show my thank you, to show my work, because maybe I could work for them. And they trust on me, and they asked me to have a proposition for a new jazz festival. And I create this identity with 3 letters for jazz, as you can see. And this logo was very popular in Orléans. A lot of great graphic designer friends work after me on this festival, and I have to use this logo. I'm very, very proud of it. This is some sketches. A lot, thousands of sheets of paper with sketches for one. This is the festival. Great musicians. This is a real photography, no Photoshop. I had to find some herb, pelouse, gazon, I don't know, grass, and with a real light for shows, and the piano is a maquette I made by myself. I was very proud of it because this poster was in the Parisian big train station. I chose to live in my country, in Orléans. I didn't want to work in Paris, but my poster in Paris is very, very great. It was very great for me, and for my parents too. Some proposition they don't give. And I work too for clients who care about addictions, any addictions, alcohol, tobacco. And no, I have nothing to say on this. For heads, of course. Condoms. Female condoms. She just said do we know each other? Hey, boys. The 14th of July is the big, not party, but it's the day of the revolution in France. Everybody dance. This is a place for music, l'Astrolabe. One of my friends, when they put it on the street, called to me, hey, someone, tag your poster. It just means let's subscribe for the season. This was for sort of concert in a lot of places in Orléans, in the bars or pubs. And okay, rock and roll, okay, but I'm always working for classical music. I don't especially like rock and roll, I just like music when it's true, you know. And this was about, especially for trumpets or saxophone. I work for the symphonic orchestra of my town. I work a lot for them. I really like Rachmaninoff too. This was for all the 9 symphonies. This was for Italian season. Oh, sorry. Okay, the same for Italian season, and I chose to speak about the windows, open windows on music. And you can see the portraits of Verdi, Busoni, Respighi, Rossini. This festival was usually in the town of Sully, but now it's going on any villages, any town in my department. So the castle of Sully travel on all the countries. And this picture is a real picture. You can see it's the same grass, the same colors, the same horizon. It's a hazard, but not really a hazard. Yeah, for the Parisian suburb, they asked me to have 5 different posters, so I can speak about the way that this festival was working. Ma ville, mon orchestre means my town and my orchestra. The chief wanted for the people of the town to feel involved in this festival. And in the same way, I had different posters for different concerts. The year after, they wanted to keep the same poster, so I just changed the color. This poster was on print, they chose another one. But it was about the heaven and hell, maybe, you know. The question that the musician had before they create music. All those, now you can understand, I think it's okay. Some proposition for the poster on any concert. The same orchestra for, it was not Italy yet it was another topic. It was the music in Europa, you can understand this. For the Russian season, they don't show this poster, but it's my work, I show you, I want to show you. It's a lot of cliché, of course, you can see. For this one, I wanted to work on the seasons, on the nature. They didn't choose this. Yeah, and I worked too for international piano competition. I remember the woman who organized this. She's a piano player. She knows what is to be a piano player, and people from all the world, young people from Israel, from all the world, come to Orléans with in the luggage only a pair of hands. And after these posters, she wanted me to represent hands in a simple way. So I drew this sign, and I come back to the cliché with the touch and put some color. Another one. This was from an exhibition I made with a friend of me long time ago. I don't know what this picture came here. This was for a small town near Orléans. It was for cultural season. It's very hard to represent a cultural season, or you know the magazine, the programs. So I wanted to speak about everything. The big machine that is a programmation of a season. And there's a series on theater festivals. This festival is in the nature, near the river, in the forest, near the forest. And I choose to associate animals and shapes of theater, you know, the red curtain. That's one. Another one. Yeah, some of my friends asked me to tell you how I work. I made this picture with pics I take on internet as a parent, you know. I don't buy it for this, I don't pay for this. But for this bird, I use maybe 10 different birds. Same for the rest. It's a sort of drawing. I used to draw. I used to be an illustrator too. The same for this bird. One head, maybe two wings. Okay, you can understand. I don't have to speak anymore for this theory. Yes, and one day they decide to change the area for the festival, so they built this auditorium, and those chairs was very iconic because when you take your ticket, they give you a chair and you put it on the concrete stairs. So I decided to take this chair as a symbol to change the mood of this festival. Always called Côté Jardin, near the garden. And they stopped this festival for another manifestation, school, tout un programme. I keep the chairs, as you can see. Again and again. This was for music festival in a town just behind Orléans. Yes, this is another series for museum with Théâtre Forain. It was a long time ago when the theater were from village to villages with a big trucks, no trucks, but with horses, big caravan, you know. The theater went from village to villages. So and let you see the series. Year after year. God bless you. This is the next one. Another festival with people who tell stories in the nature, when people can discover some storytellers in the nature. This is for cultural season too. I don't know if you understand the joke, but we have some sentence in France. When we speak about accident, it's like a dog in a game of, I don't know the term. Yeah, a dog in a game of bowling. Of course, the accident comes. The other sentence is like an elephant in a porcelain shop. So it was for the second part of the season. For scientific exhibition too, it was an exhibition about the sensitive design. It's a proposition. Design makes sense. And this is the logo of the Zénith is a huge concert places. There's maybe 10 in France. I draw the logo of the Alliance one. The day before I have to present this project, with my motto, I pass on this building, and they just put some mirrors, this shape, you know. They put some mirrors on the walls. It's decoration. So with my bike, I went quickly to my studio to put this shape on the top of the logo. The day before I presented, you have to be curious. Poster for an exhibition on the ways. Yes, Bezalel. I made the mythography too. Ways from the Canadian and French coast. That's why I put these geographic symbols. And the Loire Festival. It's a big, huge festival. Oh yes, okay. On the Loire, when Orléans invite a lot of countries to participate to this festival, you can see these particular sails, square sails, and the flags. The flags belong to the families of the mariners. So I made pictures for this festival. Yeah, this is the same. And this poster was to announce the festival for the summer just before, just waiting for the festival. The same time, waiting for the festival. Have a good summer in Orléans. This area is another town. Sorry, I go out from Orléans, my own town, but it's the town of Tours, who had a festival on the cities, you know, urbanism. I made it for 3 years. And this is a competition I made for the same town. Geoffrey, we don't speak to you about Fontenay-le-Comte, Fontenay-le-Comte. It was a competition for designer, and the topic was the town. This is the festival around the wine, because in Orléans, too, around the Loire River, there's a lot of very good wine. It was on the Parisian suburb, not suburb, tube, metro. Some propositions. It was about food too. And this manifestation, they don't print this. They wanted a very strong picture, but they choose another one, not so strong. It was a festival about people who write in French language. Voices of Orléans. Okay, I have to stop. I'll show you quickly. Yes, this was for the best wishes. Best wishes for the ministry. For France. Yes, I'm a teacher too. This is my student. But what I prefer really now is to be here to share my experience with other colleagues all around Europe or the world, I hope. I bring my student to big exhibition, poster exhibition. I have to go quickly. Yeah, what I prefer now is really meeting people like you. This was in Germany, working on headlights, for example. Really like this concept. It's a student work. Yeah, I really like to meet people, meet new colleagues. Speak a lot. We change a lot. This was in my own international week in Orléans. You know this girl? I was here. She was. Yeah, we speak a lot. We have real fun. We drink a lot of water and we speak about rock and roll because you can see here I'm still playing. This is my band. It's a carburetor. I have a concert next week in my town. Really, thank you.